right. Oh, Ty, welcome in. Let's go. I wanted to wait a couple seconds just to make sure everybody would be in here before I started speaking. All right. Damn. Okay. Did I miss anything? No. New 1 day, bro. Drop the challenges, man. All right. So AG or AJ, what's going on, man? Let me know if the mic sounds okay. You know, I'm still trying to adjust the. I'm still trying to adjust the mic, the distance of the microphone, because I feel like it's just been really weird trying to set it up and everything. Yeah. But yeah, how's everybody going? Everybody going? How's everybody doing, man? Anna, welcome in. Ty's here as well, man. Yeah, so I tried playing some DVD, I think last night, and oh man, I got a lot to talk about in videos now, because it is something, man. It is something. It is really something. I tell you, dude, it's kind of insane. So, I want to know, man, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's day been, bro? What's the vibes? What's going on? Is everybody good? Yo, like, what's the topic for today? What would be a good change for Ghostface? Honestly, just get, like, if you were to bring like 2v8 Ghostface to 1v4. Captain Skittles says I tuned in the other day, but your stream your stream crashed. It did. Yeah, like literally, like I was mid sentence and it crashed. I was like, yo, like I didn't know what I was like. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in that situation, bro. To be honest, it's kind of ridiculous. And it's honestly it's just the PC just being, you know, what it does. It's unfortunate, honestly. I plan on trying to maybe like start like switching off of the off of Windows entirely, switching over to a different operating system, you know, because it's just a lot of these, like a lot of it is way too taxing. Like it's way too taxing for the PC to use. Ty says V Wolf's niece dog walked the Swift in less than 4 minutes with Ghostface. That's good to hear. And then Anna's like, yo, Ty, that wasn't me. What do you mean? And then he puts like a smirk. Yo, that's great. Honestly. So yeah, you know, like I just don't. Oh, I just don't. I played like 2 games. I played 3 games. I played 2 games of Chucky. And I played a game of Freddy, and I already closed the game. I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't know if anybody else goes through that. Like they log in, they're excited, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna play the game. And then like they play like 2 matches and they're like, never mind. Yo, I feel like that's a common experience. Let me know if it's true. I feel like that's a thing that happens. That has to be. I forgot to update the font on the overlay. Dude, like I'm telling you, man, it's been a lot going on lately, so but it's good to be back, you know what I mean? I want to be a little bit more consistent again, you know what I mean, before I but at least a bit more consistent as for now until, you know, but life is lifing, so we got to do our thing. But yeah, Ghostface, I think if they were to just bring in some 2v8 stuff, yeah. Sadako says there's community posts in the forums. Yeah. I was gonna actually recorded a video talking about it. It's a bit of a long one, so I'm trying to like bring the because it's about like a 49-minute video. I'm like, no, I'm like, that's a little long. I'm like, I want to try to cut it down because I was talking a lot about about it. It's a lot to talk about. It's something. It's really something, I gotta say. Um, yeah. So what I want to do is maybe just use like a different knife here. But yeah, like it's just a lot to talk about. It's a lot to get into, and it's just overall, it's just like I don't even want to get into it at the moment. I mean, like I spoke about it for 49 minutes plus, so I'd rather I'd rather not talk about it. Oh, that's cool, hillbilly. Nice. I don't even remember getting that. But cool. Where's my Ghostface charm? I got the Trapper one, but where's the Ghostface one? Am I blind? Oh yeah, I am. Okay, perfect. We put it right there, and then we'll switch this one to be the camera, I guess. There we go. I like the photo better, but yeah. So it's good to see that we have like some people joining in from the different communities, I guess. Because you know, I try to what's the word? I have played. Genuinely curious how bad the changes will be to make such a statement. Like literally 49 minutes. Like I was talking a lot about the forum post. There's a lot to talk about. And yeah, this is good. I could tell this is gonna be a rough time for us. Killer mains. Ty says I haven't seen your Vader video yet, but the fact that Behavior approached Disney was interesting. Did they actually approach Disney? Is that like a thing? Is that actually what people said, or is there any evidence of that? Like, did they mention it? Because that's actually insane. Like, what the hell? Sadako says, "V, good luck playing Ghostface." Yeah, I know. I mean, just expect to not see any wins today. Honestly, just let's all, even myself, let's all keep our expectations low, and we'll never get disappointed. Oh man, it was in an interview with Matthew Cote. Really? So I'm excited. K9, welcome in. He goes, the Vader video was fire. Keep that art up. Yo, I was talking to Zaz. Damn, he's not in here. But I was talking to Zaz. I was thinking I could try to like draw and stream to like just for off of like a redeem of some kind. I could draw something on stream just for fun, because I think it'd be hilarious to do it. Because yo, I gotta look into it. I think it'd be funny for a redeem or something like that, like for points. I like the Ghostface versus Trapper art. Yo, that is hilarious. Yeah, literally. Yo, K9's like, I can tell you was on the edge of laughing the whole thing. Bro, I'm telling you, I really try to be serious, but I can't help it. It's funny. I can't help it. Yo, it's like, I can't help it. It's too funny. Decided to go to the forums to actually confirm it and assured you my day was ruined. Damn, bro. Yeah, like the thing is, like I'm shocked to hear that Behavior actually approached Disney, because I feel like the video was a bit controversial when I was talking about Vader being added to DVD, at least in my opinion. I feel like it was a little controversial. Cause like, bro, like it was like as if nobody was trying to watch that. They was like, nah, like I ain't watching no Vader in DVD. Get that out of here. I'm like, damn. Other topics are like, oh, that's fine, but the second that Vader gets introduced, it's like, I gotta get out of here. Sadako says, I personally don't think he'll be a bad addition, but it does come to question how far we can go from horror. The thing is, though, is that like people don't realize that Star Wars does have horror elements. Like Star Wars is a combination of many things. It's a combination of Japanese culture, a combination of Western, like, you know, but like culture with like cowboys and stuff like that, samurai culture. Like like Star Wars is many things in that kind of way. And there is horror elements within that. And there are despicable characters within that space as well, you know, especially considering the lore. But obviously, you know, on the surface, Spring Crab, welcome in. Like considering like on the surface, you just, you know, it just looks like, oh, it's just sci-fi, you know, like sci-fi wizards like just doing, you know, dumb shit with shiny swords. I mean, with light swords, which I get it. Sadako says, I wouldn't be able to tell, mostly because I watched Star Wars as a kid. It sent me to sleep. Nah, that's crazy. I will say that I am a Star Wars, well, I was a Star Wars enjoyer, I guess you could say. I mean, you know, assuming we're talking about, you know, the more quality content. Vader is hard to the rebels. Of course, we have a map offering for the game, so I can already imagine how this is gonna go for me. Anyway, so Vader is hard to the rebels. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're like, if you consider novels, comics, like, you know, we're talking about like other things like that. There is horror in that. Like, there's things like that that add in. You know what I mean? K9 says, a person wouldn't want to see Vader entity nerfed. The thing is, though, is that like when I was coming up with the concept, one thing I looked at was, wow, what the heck is going on with the frame rate? One thing I looked at was, what the heck? I have corrupt, but it didn't even spawn on the gens. They spawned on a completely different gen. Jesus Christ, my frames are just dropping like crazy. Mars, welcome in. He says, last stream randomly died. It did. It did. I tried to like notify everybody on the server. Oh, I messed up there. My bad. My bad. God damn it. That was a massive fumble on my end. I don't make this, but I'll be happy to get the pallet out. How did she speed past that? Like, now I have to get stunned for that. That's kind of ridiculous. How did she do that? So odd. Wait, where was that? Can one of the mods ban the that like bot that kind of showed up for us? That'd be really helpful. Yeah, I gotta get rid of that too. Alright, gotta break off pretty much. She was able to run all the way to the back. Didn't even know I was there. I should have brought wallet. I gotta break this too. God damn, I should have brought the wallet. Because I didn't realize I was gonna end up on the most pallet dense map in the game. She camps it. Yeah, of course you can. So what am I thinking? This is survivors we're talking about. They're afraid of looping and they hold W every 2 seconds. What are we talking about here? Lauren, welcome in. Mars is playing M1 Killers and Gideon is like getting bullied, literally. Bro, I don't even blame you for saying that. Bro, can I please? Alright, I gotta get in there. Yeah, of course they're like, I had to break that, at least, you know, apply something. At least the regression would be a little bit quicker because we do have Call of Brine and we have the Call of Brine and we have the other thing. Of course they're probably waiting in a corner somewhere. What was I thinking, right? Yup, already knew that. If I had the wallet, that would have been really cool. can't get the angle. Let me get out of it. Get rid of that. Yep. Thank you. She's the only one that's injured right now, so I'm gonna have to go for her. I got no choice. Jesus, but she's holding W super hard. Yeah, we're gonna lose 2 gens, just for that alone. Yep, pallet exists, so that's an easy pallet drop that they get for free. Okay, so what I can try doing is going for her again. This is tricky, so... Well, never mind, it's a completely free pallet that I can't mind game or counter, so that helps. And then another pallet to round it out as well. I have to break off. I can't do anything. Yeah, we lose 2 for that. 1 hook, but 3 gens fly, right? Like, come on now. Jeez Louise. This goes to show, man. This goes to show. Yeah, yeah. I got nowhere to lean off of, and even if I did go behind a wall, she'd pre-run somewhere else, and then I can't see her, so wouldn't have mattered. Another free pallet I have to break. I can't 9-game this. Completely god pallet. Oh, you said all of Brian's is getting buffed. I mean, I don't really think that'll really make the perk any better, in my opinion. Probably still just as horrible as it would have been otherwise. Gen's already done, as we expect, you know, because Gen speed is totally not a problem, right? Yeah. And then don't forget revealing that, you know, I can't counter, of course. You know, they can see me clear as day. I can hide. It makes total sense. Yep. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Yep. Yep, makes another god pallet. I mean, I'm spending half the game breaking stuff, so isn't that exciting? That's great gameplay. Like, what am I supposed to do? Oh, okay. Just get prioritied out of it. Great, great. Love that for me. And then I have to break off. Once again, oh, another waste of time. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Yep. Yep, and then we're down to 1 already. Now we're down to 1 already. So there you go. Isn't that exciting? But notice that it takes me 20 years to get it down because there's 100 pallets everywhere I go. Oh, good, another one. Love that. Thanks. Great. Another one. Oh, did you know that Ghostface literally does like the Serbs crows while undetectable too? So, you know. Which, I mean, it doesn't mean you get revealed or anything, but still. Oh, boy. Gotta break off, because, I mean, that chase is just fruitless. It's nothing I can really get out of that. Oh, okay, because they're, you know, they could just heal instantly. They can do that. Right, because, you know, body blocking is that powerful. Isn't that amazing that just standing somewhere gets you that much value? Oh, okay, cool. And then don't forget the other, like, you know, either she has a syringe, she has a septic, she has a pallet too. Like, she's got 2 more god pallets in the corner. You know, it's great that they're never in danger. You know, it's a great feeling to know that. You know, it's good to know they're never in danger. And no point in chasing that. She's all the way away from the gens. I got no way to defend it. She's going to God Pallet City. Can't do anything there. All right. Can I do anything here? Not really. Yeah. It's no point in wasting a kick, especially when all we have are 2 slowdowns. Try at least maybe going for the stock play. That's all I can do, really. Oh, okay. So they still have endurance despite anything. Lovely. They don't already have enough endurance. They get more. Ghostface generally got F by being an anniversary character, that unique mechanic that survivors could use to counter the power. Yeah, it's very bad. Yeah, he's Cake. Welcome in. Yeah, it's just this character is just very bad. Like, and there's not a lot I can do about that, honestly. No point in chasing it. Literally, they're just away in some random like area. No point. They're gonna get an instant save. We know that. I can't do anything about that right now because I have to check these gens. Yeah, let me just do that so I don't get revealed. Right, because of course they get head on too. And yeah, like to Cake, they did send me here. Yeah, so. Because it's always a 4-man Swift, like, just that needs to just sweat their asses off instead of just playing the game, which is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. Can't mind game this one either, so we have to follow all the way through. There's literally nothing I can do about that, so they get free distance just because it exists. This palette is mind gameable, but they're not going to use that because mind gaming is not in their DNA. They just love sitting around holding W instead of actually looping, because God forbid you have to use their brains. You know what I mean? That's my mistake to ever assume that they would want to do that. You know, I should have been leaning, but it doesn't really matter. If he could mori people on the spot like Michael, he could be potentially very strong. I would say so, probably. You know, another God palette. Doesn't get it because of course can hold W as much as they want. Can't counter it because it's hold W. I don't have haste or a dash, so they just get that for free. Yep, of course they can also get an insta reveal because, you know, don't forget that. It's like, and then the gen's already 99. We're not even that far away. We're not even doing much, and they're already at the gen 99. Kind of insane. Oh, okay, of course they get boil over. It's chaos shuffle, but they're getting boil over. Make it make sense. Like, what is this game on, bro? What is this game on, bro? Like, honestly. The thing is, too, is like I can't use my power because the hooks are always putting me in the open. So I literally can't just use my ability like when I want to. And I get stunned out of my power, meaning we're on cooldown again. That's exciting. That is exciting. That is really exciting for me. Great. Really good for me. That's really amazing. And don't forget the fact that they can stand in that staircase and see me in third person. Oh, okay. I pressed stalk and I didn't stalk anything. Okay, that's exciting. X person could slug if you still have the hookup. The only problem is that this is a gnome either. So if I leave them on the ground, they're just gonna pick themselves up and then instantly rush the gen out. So I'm forced into a situation that I have to do that. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. It's like people want to talk about high MMR, but they really don't know what that means, right? But then when you look at a match like mine, that's when I have to say, yo, open your eyes. Like, this is what high MMR looks like. You see any survivor making a mistake? No. Like, these people are playing as sweaty as humanly possible, and they're not making mistakes. That's the way you're able to tell if it's truly high MMR or not. Don't believe what people say, bro. You got to use your eyeballs, and you have to pay attention. I can't chase that. It's God palette. Yeah, I can't chase that either. It's God palette. Yeah. It's just everywhere I turn, there's another God palette ready to pop. I'm like, yeah, it's just ridiculous already. It's like, come on now. I'm not sure how to play this because like anything I do does nothing. Like anything I'm doing, it makes literally not, like, it's not making a difference. Like, I'm trying my best, but it's not doing much. The gen is gonna fly whether I like it or not. Yeah, they just run straight to God Palette. The other gen is in the back is gonna get done anyway. God Palette, yeah, I can't move, literally. They just have God Palette or God Palette or God Palette. Like, there's nowhere I can go in this situation. And I can't use my power here because I'll get revealed. So I'll have to leave her on the ground for now, just so she picks herself up and keeps herself busy. God Palette, can't even. She's not gonna drop it, so I have to wait. She's gonna pick herself up soon. Yeah, runs the God Palette. I need one of them to try to come save. Like, one of them. I need her to go. I need her to try to save. I need her to try to save. Fuck, they picked up. I don't need her to. I don't need that. Okay, that's one. We break it. Well, good thing I didn't have my power on. Okay, we put that on. See if I can try to rotate back over here. Yeah, they're gonna try to reset. Yeah, one's gonna try to gen rush. I have to find the gen rusher. Yeah, camps up there, gets a free rotation. Yeah, there's a pallet here, probably. There is not. Okay, that's fine. Stop trying to fucking spin, bro. Your ass. No, of course they have adrenaline. Why wouldn't they? Get the fuck down. No, they're not dead. Of course not. Jesus Christ. Well, I'll just go for the hook, I guess. Get him out of the way. I thought I had a more, nor the door just can fly right the fuck open. Of course it can. This game, dude. Like, this is exactly why I hate this fucking game. Like, you work your ass off and walk away with nothing. It's like, come on. Just being able to mark survivors on second stage would be pretty good. I agree. That adrenaline time one was crazy unlucky, but yeah, that's my whole point that I'm trying to get at. That's the whole point I'm trying to get at, is like, don't believe what people say, bro. Watch their gameplay, look at the survivors. Are they smart? Are they sweating their asses off and bringing bitch-ass map offerings like this? Are they doing that? That's how you're able to tell. Stop believing people, bro. You gotta pay attention to these things. You know what I'm saying? Even in a mode that's supposed to be casual and for fun, supposedly, I'm still getting sweat balls everywhere I go. Like, and this is also why I hate Chaos Shuffle. I wanted to make a video about it, so I guess I can use this video. I can use this gameplay as an example. We're playing Chaos Shuffle, and they're getting Windows of Opportunity, Adrenaline Boilover, Deliverance Head On, Flashbang Blast Mine. Where, like, how the hell are they getting these crazy perks? But I'm getting perks that were meta 3 years ago. Like, the heck is this? Like, come on, man. And then I get Wretched Fate. Woo-hoo. Like, why was this never buffed? Cake says, under the circumstances, 2K is good. I wish you luck with the less sweaty match, but serves just being bring sweaty things regardless of the mode. I mean, yeah, that's just unfortunately the curse of being at this level, bro. It's annoying, you know. I'd rather just hop on and just yap, you know what I'm saying? Yo, KC says, yo, what's up, V? Damn, they were super sweaty, shaking my head for real. Suwa, welcome in. He goes, Chaos Shuffle, best bad mod. Bro, I think it's probably my least favorite game mode. SBMM sucks, bro. Like, the thing is that I used to be much more focused about winning. I used to be very, what's the word? sweaty, I guess you could say, with Ghostface. Like, I was really trying to win as many games as I could, and I spent all my time winning and trying to win at the very least. Like, you know. But now that I've shifted where I don't really play as much and I just don't really feel like playing as much, it's like my perspective has shifted. Now I'm more like I just want to get on and talk with you guys and then just kind of play Ghostface on the side. You know, my focus isn't now like trying to prove myself as a Ghostface player. So Mars says Chaos Shuffle has no MMR though. I disagree. People like to say that the modes don't have MMR, but like I've noticed when I've played in I've noticed that when I've played in like game modes and stuff like that they release, I find that matches get progressively harder and harder. You know, like the more I would win. So I was thinking that either there's like a soft cap to it or something different about the limited time modes. Because like when I would play 2v8 and I would go on a win streak, all of a sudden I would start going against like 8-man Swifts, like sweating. So they say that it doesn't have it, but I would honestly, at least it's anecdotal, so I can't, you know, give you full evidence. But at least from what it seemed like to me, I would be winning like 3, 5, 10 straight games. And then like all of a sudden 11, 12 would be like sweaty 8-man gen rush, sweaty 8-man gen rush, and then I would lose and then we'll go back to normal. So I was like, I don't know, right? Okay. But yeah, so obviously it's anecdotal. Don't you know, take it with a grain of salt, but that's what I've seen. So MK, welcome in. He goes, why would you play a mode where weaker killers are even weaker? For real, very true. I mean, the title says Ghostface. So I was trying to like play him. Cake says, how much have you been able to jump scare? I love playing against jump scare Myers and Ghostface. I personally, not to sound like a what's the word? Like a snob or anything, but like I'm not I'm not somebody who really believes in the jump scare like Ghostface thing. Like I've seen videos on it, like I've from like I forgot his name, like Ghostface something TX or something. He does it like he does jump scares against streamers. I personally don't believe in it. Like that's not really me, you know. But that's just my personal taste. You know, I don't really participate in it. But you know, more power to him. You know what I'm saying? KC says didn't know that. Ties us to challenge yourself mainly. Anna says, comes a time when you just stop sweating and play chill to realize it ain't worth the stress is killer sometimes, for real. Mars says, I hate it so much that behavior hides MMR. The old rank system was better. So the thing is that all the survivor mains and the killer mains that do really market their entire channels on being like these best of the best, you know what I'm saying? And that applies. Like a good example I could say is like Nate Temmie was one that I watched like a long time ago, where they were like dropping videos, and I would look at the game and I'm like, why is this Myers like following him directly, like following him straight up, and then deciding to swing behind himself? I was like, there is no way that this is real life. Like either this is scripted or something. I was like, there is no way that this Myers just went walking forward and then swung behind himself while before he went to go vault. Like that doesn't make any sense. So when I saw that, I was like, nah, like don't believe these creators, bro, when they say that they're, you know, they're doing that kind of thing. On the other hand, though, what I will say though is that, you know, at least what I try to give you the tools, bro. I try to give you all the tools though to kind of see a little bit further. Because if MMR was truly like shown, bro, there a lot of people who get exposed. That's why I'm like, I would rather that it doesn't, so that everybody can be chill. That is my best assumption, bro. That's all I could tell y'all. Just you know, take it with a grain of salt, obviously. You know what I'm saying? This is all for jokes. It's all for theory crafting. It's all for the comedy. You feel me? This is all jokes, okay? You know, I just don't got the laugh track turned on, but this is all jokes, all right? This is all jokes, okay? It's satire. Take it with a grain of salt. You know? Take it with a grain of salt. More power to all the creators out there. So, Mars says all those people smurf for content. That's what I'm saying. Anybody who talks about being high level, they smurf. That's 100%. And it says most top creators reverse boost, dog. You can tell by the low amount they go up against. That's pretty much true. Yeah, Cake's like the blighted looking mask is the worst thing I've ever seen. I think that's a good thing. If you want to be scary, you know what I mean? I think that's that is definitely the way to go about it. Marston's quiet kills has the most insane top MR gameplay. He plays Perkless Trapper. You can tell the survivors are 4-man sweats. Yeah, for real. You know, I think I used to be more adamant on trying to do that and showing that type of gameplay. For those of you who are familiar with the channel, or if you guys want to watch the older videos, for whatever reason, it's there. I've gone against very tough teams with Ghostface and came out on top. It's been a ride, you know what I mean, getting to this point. Hex, yo, welcome in. Yo, right when I'm talking about MMR stuff, Hex has showed up. Let's go, man. We're talking about MMR and everything, man. It gets crazy. But regardless, the main point I'm trying to kind of give you guys, and the main takeaway, is that, you know, I was also on that same wave. Like, I also was that same type of player that would want to win all my games at all times. I've kind of shifted away from that now. Like, I just don't, I'm not, damn. That's the bomb dropping when I was dropping all the wisdom on y'all. Anyway, but yeah, so as I was saying, God, I can't stalk her here, I don't think. No, I can't. Let's get rid of that at least. I can at least get my power back after breaking this. Can I break this too? I'm trying to lean. It's not letting me lean for some reason. Yeah. Yo, Zaz, welcome in. So, yeah. They didn't drop God. Ain't nobody got time to sweat anymore. That's what I'm saying, bro. I just don't got the time nor energy to be sitting around and trying to sweat. Exactly. Thank you. The correct outcome. She vaulted it. I guess she must have like slow vaulted back in or something. Whatever. Break it. Yeah, she just keeps slow vaulting back in. Yeah, she keeps slow vaulting in and out. I would honestly play this game again if Vader was in it. Bro, I feel the same way, bro. Like if we start adding more interesting characters into the game, I probably would play it. She's randomly over here now. They probably got OTR, DS, and all that. Yeah. Let me at least get my power back. Cool. Can I not get revealed through the wall? That would be cool. You know, that'd be a really good addition if I could not get revealed through the wall. I was poo-pooed many moons ago for suggesting Vader. That's actually crazy work. Okay, cool. Got about 50%. Pretty good. What are these reveals? Thank you. Thank you. You're not blind to nothing. Get that out of here. You're not blind to nothing. I got that. Let's go, man. That's what I like to see. Ain't blind to nobody. Get that out of here, bro. KCI says I let them escape rather than stress myself out. Mental health is important. I hate letting them escape, bro. I hate letting them escape, bro. Oh my god. Because they have such an ego about it. You know what I mean? Like they feel like they deserve to escape. It's like, no, you don't. Like you should be grateful I let you escape, bro. It shouldn't be a privilege. It should be a nice welcome, you know, addition to the day. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not entitled to getting, like, that's the same way, like, that, you know, that people... I'm not gonna go on a rant about this. just saw her here. Dude, I just saw her here. There we go. How did I lose 2 gens for that? Alright, dog. This is looking to be a very fine match. Is my DPI slow or something? Like, why doesn't it let you turn, bro? Yo, I'm gonna tunnel out that fucking Ash when I get the chance. Can I lean? Like, bro. There we go. Got a little bit of some value from oppression. Is there a hook here? No. Yeah, I can't even hook because I'm not wasting my mark, bro. They're just gonna have to get slugged then. Yeah, I forgot that DB. Yeah, I gotta agree with Hex. I forgot that it's DBD. You know, it's Survivor by Never Die Light, and I forgot about that because like I forgot what game I was playing. It's Survivor by Never Die. I should have guessed. Like, I should have guessed, bro. I know they buff flashlights again. If you're not by a wall, you're screwed. Yo, that's insane word, dude. But are we really surprised by this? Not necessarily. Like, this is DBD we're talking about. Never Dead by Daylight, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. It should be called Never Dead by Survivors, bro, because they literally they never die. Like what's the point of having to kill her anymore? Like they're just gonna survive anyway. That's the point. It's like calling Friday the 13th, like they changed the name to Camp Counselors the 13th because like they don't die to nothing. Like they just survive. Can't mark it because I can't see him as usual. Of course, they can just can't palletize them. Yeah. Jesus Christ. And he wasn't going to drop it, which is even more annoying. He makes the vault whether I like it or not. Weiss, welcome in. Vault back in, vault back out, vault back in, vault back out. And then free God Pallet here. Well. How did he reveal me through a wall again? How am I being revealed through the wall? What? I'm behind the wall. Wait, what? I saw someone ask for the ability to Mori the killer at the end of the match. I wouldn't be surprised if they added it at this point. I mean, yeah, like of course they would suggest that. You know what I mean? Not because it's a good idea. Not because it's a good idea, but because of course they will, right? Like they like the killers are so like not scary or powerful at all that seems plausible to them. Like that to me is crazy. Like what the hell? Like killers ain't like the killers are not strong where like that seems like an impossibility. Like killers need to be a lot stronger before that becomes like so insane to even fathom, you know? Kind of insane. Which I still think doesn't make a lot of sense because like when Friday the 13th, like being the killer was like one of the coolest things to me in my opinion. I always wanted to play it. I never really enjoyed playing the counselor. But either way. Wait, we talking about killers in this game? Kind of. But I'm just saying. What? Wait, so did they just see me through the wall again? What was that? How do they know I'm right there? I'm undetectable. What? I'm undetectable. What? Wait, what? Like, I was cloaked. Like, you can't see, you can't detect. Huh? Yeah, you're right. I forgot, Hex. You're right. You're right. I gotta assume it's always a Swift. That's my bad. Lee says you played Friday the 13th before any videos on it. Nah, like I played it like back in its heyday, like when it was. But I was like posting different content. Suis says cat perk. I mean, maybe. Like, do I have to like walk up like without looking? But the thing is though, my whole power. But my whole power means I have to look at them, and even then, just now they got off of it again without me saying a word. I mean, the hook, maybe you could let it slide. Like, okay, maybe because of the hook. Frank says, bro, play like King Wolf. He doesn't follow the Survivor rulebook. Bro, I'm. Oh boy, how do I explain this? My power back. Just hit her real quick. Go after her. Yo, Hex, you know what's up, bro. Hex, I don't gotta say a word. You know, it's unspoken between us. You know what's up. At least your video's official. Some creators' videos are so sus. Bro, tell me a little bit more about what that means, bro. Like, what does that mean, bro? He said that their videos are sus, bro. I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean? What the hell? Bro, what do you mean like their videos are sus? Like, what is that? What does that entail, bro? Hey, yo, we got Punisher in the chat for real. But I'm curious, like, what the heck does that mean, bro? We're about to be at 1 gen, if not 0 at this point. Some people make Among Us videos. I'll hook this guy too. Reverse boosting offline, that's actually insane. It's actually insane, but you're probably right. You're probably right. But I do appreciate that about the community though. Like, you know, we all kind of know that content creators kind of do that to try to kind of keep up the status quo that. Yeah, Hex got it down pat, bro. Like, you can't always just sit there and go after that same guy, because essentially you're just gonna end up wasting a ton of time. Alright, cool. Got him to at least drop it. Says we said since Ghostface's old use of the washing machine went hard. It kind of did. But it said it gave people headaches, so that's probably not a good thing to have. He's gonna be. All right, cool. We're gonna be at 0 gens in about 3 seconds. The thing is that like you can't always sit around and tunnel once you go into when you're against like tough teams that are aware, that don't make mistakes like that. You're gonna have to apply different strategies that aren't predictable. If these teams are used to getting like their teams getting tunneled constantly, then you already know what the answer is gonna be. I'm being revealed through the wall again. I hate that so much. Pocket, welcome in. He goes, I'll tunnel and take my 1K with an evil smirk. The thing is, I want to win, like, so that's why it's like different for me. Like, I want to actually win my games. And I've honestly made it a meme at this point that like 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, we always win. You know what I mean? I was like, they all count. At this point. Yeah, I had a feeling.
Hey,
Please fix the lean mechanic for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why you never see a Ghostface win streak. Because it's physically impossible to win with this guy for more than like 1 to 2 matches, unless you're up against like people that just started playing. And I'm somebody who's been playing Ghostface for like thousands of hours at this point. And it's like, it's still like, it's not any easier, you know? It's really not. I want to win. I want to ruin some assholes. They That is true, though. I do agree with that idea as well. That's actually a really nice way to put it, I'd say. If they trade when necessary, do not go for early saves and split up on gens. You're going to be in hell for a hell of a match, and add comms that really gets hard. That's literally what, like, my whole point is, that it's basically impossible. Yeah, door flies right open. Plus, base kit door opening is brokenly fast. Like, there's a lot of these things in this game that are just really need to be changed. So it's just very, very broken, unfortunately. So how were they able to see, bro? I mean, these people are literally getting like full meta builds in Chaos Shuffle, mind you. Like, literally. Deliverance, Urban Evasion, Second Wind, like, Jesus Christ. Flip-flop. God damn. My God. Metal Man off the record, smash it. Like, God damn. Yeah. Hex put it perfectly, basically. And it feels like behavior purposely hides in more to maintain the reputation of top content creators. I agree, bro. Cake says not to mention how many. Also, Zaz says nice clutch. I appreciate that, Chief. Cake says not to mention now so many maps have plants you can't stalk or see through. Yeah. Yo, Hex. It's like, since we got out, you lost according to my survivors from last night. Oh my God. Bro, he's really right about that. He's so right about that. It's not even funny. Bro, he's so right about that. It's not even funny. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hex from the top rope. You should never rule out cheats, honestly. There's been tons of them lately, especially closet cheaters. Yeah, for real. It's so true. It's so true. I'll try to play Pyramid Head. I like. Bud, welcome in. I'll play some, Sua says, yeah, this perk Premonition. Yeah, the thing is, though, like, none of them had Premonition. So I'm like, how did they know where I was? Like, in some of those instances. Pocket says, I'll never understand why survivors hate being tunneled. Gens are boring, chases are fun. I've been saying that myself when I did play Survivor at one point. I would never get chased. Hex, you gotta scroll up and read the the cope. Bro, I personally read it. Count says if Anansi escapes, it counts as 2 kills. That's crazy work. And it says I was playing Slinger like a day ago, winning against a cheating squad. When I speared him on my man, started jumping up and down to get it off. Yo, what the hell? Tommy says this game has a lot of subtle cheaters. It's so true. Zaz, I think that on that lean you were seen because of the lean mechanic being poo. Probably that too, yeah. Cause like I don't like it's really weird that like I'm like against a wall and I'm like clicking it and I'm not seeing the prompt. I'm like, why is it not like popping up? Cake says the third-person camera to see stuff you shouldn't be able to, including around walls. It's so OP, bro. I wish they would have adjusted it. Wee says I finally changed my opinion on Springtrap being 100 2.0 because that's like saying Kaneki is a Wesker 2.0 because he has dashes. I appreciate that, Wees. You know, I really try to make content that helps people kind of think outside the box and like kind of be able to kind of see, you know, different perspectives. So I'm glad that is the case. Hex is like, bruh, I had a blatant cheater that promoted himself in my live stream. Bro. Yo, what the hell? Bro. This is kind of crazy, actually. Bud says, yo, you see the Cobra Ghostface skin? I had to take a look at it. I've been off of Discord pretty much, but I do drop in every once in a while. I'm trying to be a little bit more active. Yo, with the my teeth to work. That's pretty funny. But yeah, man, I'm like, I want to just mention like to you guys that show up here, man. I really appreciate you guys showing up. And I'm glad that you, like, for those of you that have been keeping up with the with the videos, man, that you guys are enjoying it, man, because drawing, like, you gotta, like, best believe drawing these, like, drawing the absolute Picasso art that we got going on goes crazy. It's like I've been enjoying like drawing stuff on the video. Yo, it is crazy. I wonder if I'll eventually get really good at it at some point, just because of how much I've been drawing for these videos. Pocket says I had a cheater in my lobby. They were promoting their TikTok and immediately backed down. Oh, he said they were promoting it, and when I looked it up, I immediately backed up. Damn, bro. Cake says, are you leveling Myers or planning to take him to Chaos Shuffle? Because I'm down either way. I was playing, I was going to play Pyramid Head, and I'm leveling up Myers because I forgot that I was going to take him to P100 as a Halloween band. 20 out of 20 art. 2020 is the vision I had when I drew it. That is a really good joke. Like, oh my god. I got to pat myself on the back for that one. Oh, man. But either way, bro. Which, by the way, this is probably like one of my most favorite Pyramid Head skins. I think of all time. I think at this point, which I already like. I think my favorite has been the Blighted, but this one is even better. I think this really captures the vibe of like a. It really captures the vibe of like Silent Hill. I think. What is Myers good at? I think he's good at staring at people. Or if you're genuinely asking, I can answer that too. I thought he was trying to be funny. Imagine he was really, like, legit asking, and I'm being a clown. Like, oh, he's good at staring at people. Can you imagine? Cake says to Hex that I have to be to play Alien and Ghostface. Dude, I find Alien to be an interesting case where like for people that play like the Xenomorphs, they're like freaking Chads, dude. Oh, Wee says I was playing Ghostface and went up against a cheater that had speed hacks. I low-key don't get why survivors stay in the same game with the cheater. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, either they don't know or they know when they take advantage, and that part is what I really dislike. Pocket says your art reminds you of Doobus Goobus. I don't even know who is that? And Bud is like, yeah, like, is he just a tunneler for real? Hex is the Cake that he loves Xeno. Yo, for real. I think Xeno is like, he's like a Chad choice of killer. Because like, I personally couldn't do it. Like, I find it very hard to be so low to the ground all the time. So like, because I feel like it's like the grass is always blinding me every time I'm like trying to walk around. So I can't see. I'm like, yo, like, can I stand up? Like, I can't see over the grass. So, does anybody know if like having higher frames is better on Pyramid Head or not? Oh wow, that frame drop was crazy. Oh my god. Bro is phobic of being short. It's why I don't even like crouching with Ghostface. It's too low to the ground. I'm like, yo, what the hell? I can't see. Like, yo. Dev not better on Huntress. Because I was wondering if it mattered on Pyramid Head at all. He's like, oh nah. That's why I hate Chucky's short MF, bro. Like I do like Chucky though, to a degree. Yeah, we of course we lose 2 gens. Why wouldn't we? You know, God forbid we don't, right? So it looks like we're tunneling then. This the FPS has the most consistent hatches. Ooh. Because I wanted to know, like, does Pyramid have anything like that? Where, like, if you're playing at, like, night, because... v.h.s., do you think that Will slapping Chris was real or staged? I think it was real. We, like, with the history that we've had with Will Smith all this time, with the alopecia demon, you know what I'm saying? The absolute baldy, you know what I'm saying? Like, the absolute, bro. I mean, are we really surprised, bro? Like, are we really surprised at this outcome, bro? Like, I don't think so. We knew this was coming the whole time, bro. Put some respect to my boy X. For real, bro. I swear. I was under the impression that everybody heard. Every V stream hex. What is he talking about, bro? That's crazy work. Every stream hex is about a children increase by 1. That is crazy. Keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth. I'm like, whoa. I was like, what the fuck? Yo, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that checks out. I was like, that checks out. I was like, that checks out. I'm like, come on now. Like, do you know who he's married to? Like, come on, bro. The baldy of the baldies, bro. Like, what do you mean? It was an effed up joke, to be honest. Oh, that was, yo, I do agree though. So many girls my wife like that, and I'm in front of so many people that jaw's getting spun. Bro, like the fact that Hex and Ty have not squared up in some kind of way, bro, is actually insane to me. I wouldn't take that level of disrespect, me personally. I wouldn't take that level of disrespect. The head shake for extra emphasis? For real. Wilkins says whatever he wants because he's the world's strongest man. That's actually kind of crazy, bro. Like, the thing is, though, is that if Hex tried, bro, I mean, I would hope it's like a 1v1 on like DVD or something. I would, you know, hope it's not IRL or anything. That's kind of crazy, but you know, they were trying to like squabble over a video game. I would like to see it like Street Fighter or something like that. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I would think that would be cool. Like they 1v1 on MK or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, they didn't go left. I thought they would have. Yeah, I heard that they might do a sequel for Hancock, and then they were probably gonna have Homelander be in there, but that could just be like a crazy like rumor that I've heard. But I don't even care. I like the idea. I like the idea a lot. Hey, He's like, hey, these hands ready, bro. His hands are not just for pill distribution, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's not out here giving out his prescriptions to the grannies for no reason, bro. He's prepared. He's prepared, bro. Them hands ain't just for giving old ladies their vitamins. You know what I'm saying? He ain't about that, bro. He ain't about that, bro. Oh, I forgot it's a gap there. I legit thought I was gonna get him there. Homelander versus Omni-Man? Honestly, I think it's probably Omni-Man because he does have more combat, way more combat experience, me personally. If you don't get out of your if you get out of my way, your head is going up his. Oh yeah, I forgot about that line. Oh my god. Crazy work, bro. But it would be insane, like if like Hex and Ty were like into Street Fighter, that would actually kind of go crazy. Cause I would want to see that. Like if they were both like, you know, going one head to head in Street Fighter, that would actually go crazy. I would want to see what character that Hex would play. I've seen some sus recommendations in his YouTube algo, bro. That's a lie, bro. That is a lie. That is a lie, bro. Bro, what are you talking about? I've seen my videos as well, bro. I edit these videos, bro. He's lying. He's lying. That's funny as hell, bro. Since I play fighting games regularly, we can do this. Bro, because I want to know if Hex is, like, knows any fighting games or like plays any at all. That would be pretty cool to see. He ran right through it. What the hell? Oh, I thought I flicked it. Oh, wait, whoa. I think you're chilling this match. Yeah, I'm big chilling. You know, we're just vibing right now. Like when I'm playing a character that's not. How in the world did that come out so slow? When I'm just chilling, like, you know, not having to, like, you know, use a terrible character, I can actually do well. Only problem is, though, I got a little bit too comfortable there. Now I have to sit here and try to find where they're hiding. I don't know what Arcane and Dexon is, though. Bro, yo, now he's trolling, bro. Now me getting trolled, bro. That's crazy work, bro. He goes Dreamcast. They had the best fighting games at the time. I'm looking forward to the Mortal Kombat Classics collection that was recently announced. Bro, like I've never really been an MK fan. I did play Ghostface, but then obviously the game is kind of like dying in a way, and I don't know if people still play it. I would have probably liked to try. So that would have been interesting. Did you guys see like that just super casual, just like down I just got? Like I played that so casually. I'm like, anyway, let me just down this guy and keep it moving with my day. Like, MVC 2, CVS 2, Power Stone 2, and Third Strike. Hell, even Project Memphis. That would go crazy, I think. Yeah. Where the hell did he get? He must have crawled somewhere. Gotta run to a doc's appointment. Damn, bro. See you later, Zaz. Hopefully, everything's going well. Damn. So that, if that's the case, it might be time for me to head out soon. I think I can kill him too. I'm gonna try to place him in a nice place. Put him over here. Yeah, with the greenery. Yo, this skin is kind of cool. It looks kind of weird that it looks like a nest, but it's kind of cool. I like it. I never realized how much Pyramid Head's Mori looks like he's opening a locked door. Bro even twisted it. Bro, I could go on and on about Silent Hill lore, so I mean I could talk about my theory of what that could represent. But that would have to be a different video, maybe for members. It's a little bit. Shadow, welcome in. They say you deserve so much more. Keep up your the great work. I appreciate that. I appreciate you showing up here. I'm glad you're able to catch a live. I don't know where they are though. These doors are too far. So this is a little bit more like it's hard to. I don't know if it's technically. I don't know if this is technically has to do with lore in itself, but like there's because as you guys are probably aware of, like, or maybe not, the Silent Hill has a lot of alchemy like elements, a lot of the occult elements, and there's a lot of like symbolism and representation of those kinds of concepts within the here comes the yap. I'm like, there it is. Yeah, they're probably hiding. I don't care. I need to find the hatch. Where is the hatch? But yeah, so it has like a lot of occult and alchemy and stuff like that, and coming from that perspective, like there's a lot of like things that's about Silent Hill with you know, with the. Where's the hatch though? Cannot hide Yui. Hey yo, what was the rest of that? Yeah, I don't know where this hatch spawned. Really weird. Would it be cool if I can get another Mori? But I forgot I had a Mori until later. Do you believe in occult stuff or not? Like the thing is that it's not really like a what do you call it? It's more like a concept. You know what I'm saying? Like when we're talking about occult, it means like it's like the word occult or the term occult means like hidden knowledge, right? So objectively speaking, like it's about like kind of uncovering like those kinds of concepts and those things. And one of my favorite things about Silent Hill is like being forced to kind of face who you are, right? And you know, and that is like something that remains true with Silent Hill, is like being forced to kind of look in a mirror and look at who you are and look at, you know, what you've become, I guess, as a person, whether it be positively or negatively. If we get Vader with the Imperial March, I thought that'd be cool too. I'm at tier 55. Okay. Might be able to finish this and actually get the extras. I wouldn't say that directly like magic or spirituality. It's more like with occult stuff, it's kind of like a mindset, right? Let's say, for example, a concept that you guys may be familiar with is like when you have to fight the dragon, right? Yo, it's Shaman. Yo, appreciate the follow. Let's go. Welcome to the community. So, so to try to give you guys an idea, so like basically, let's say for example, like, you know, the idea that you have to fight a dragon before you fight a dragon. The fighting a dragon is like fighting the first dragon is the one in your mind because you think that you're not capable of being able to beat the dragon, right? So the idea is this, like a concept like that, for example, is basically saying like you have to beat the dragon in your mind, which is yourself, or and beating like your doubts before you can actually complete the task at hand. So for example, like if I was like, yo, I want to like I want to be able to, I don't know, let's say for example, I want to be like the best pyramid head, right? Like my doubts would be I'm not the best pyramid head. I'm gonna be missing all my shots and I'm not gonna be as good as like Fury or whatever. But like I have to move past that before I can actually do that in real life. If that makes sense. Like that's a concept from like occult alchemy kind of stuff. It's a little bit, I'm a little rusty with the information, so I can only kind of give you that, but but you know what I'm saying? It's been a long time, but that I've read into it when I was looking at Silent Hill stuff. But yeah. Now, when it comes to Silent Pyramid Head specifically, I can really tell you a lot about that as well. Cake says the most I know about Silent Hill is that there's some kind of guilt component for killing his wife, something like that. Yeah, I can go into depth about that too. Cake says never knew there was occult elements. Yeah, the most I know about Silent Hill is absolutely nothing. We says, oh, yo, v.h.s.x, can you say the iconic the hatch they give out for free quote? I can't remember what I said with that one, bro. Pocket says if we get Vader, we need the Imperial Mars. It's true. Magic and spirituality. We need to face who I am already. No, I'm an asshole. Like fighting your own demons in a sense. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good description though. Yeah, like that's sort of like a concept that you will see in something like that. Like that is something that talks about that. Now, if we're talking about Pyramid Head as a whole, right? This is where it gets a little bit spicy. I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna do like maybe if I have time, I can do one more, and then we'll get off of this. So Pyramid Head as a whole is a physical manifestation of James's guilt, which you hear constantly. But what does that really mean, right? So there's a couple of things that you may see in Silent Hill with Pyramid Head that are very uh how is Pyramid Head getting blinded by flashlights? I think the entity just makes it so like the front of his pyramid is like freaking sensitive to light or something and it hurts him, because I don't understand how else that makes any sense. But anyway, so like what does that mean to be what does that mean to be like, you know, a physical manifestation of his guilt, right? So there's a couple of things that we take into account. Okay, so number one, we obviously take into the idea that, you know, he is holding a giant kitchen knife, right? And that in itself, right, is like what we like it's a lot of different things that are tied to this, right? So for example, it's considered like something that is I don't even know how to begin. Like it's a mainly a weapon like using like what, like cooking, right? It's a weapon that is like kind of like makes him look a little bit more, like I'm getting distracted by the chat. Because if you notice too, like he kind of looks like he's a butcher in a way, right? So you have a kitchen knife and you got like this butcher vibe, right? Which are two things that are predominantly considered like a masculine thing to do. Like to be a butcher is like considered masculine, right? It's considered to be like that kind of vibe, right? So if we're taking that into account, right? Like, you know, obviously we can't use this design as a perfect example, but we're still gonna use it anyway. We can go into his customization, but basically you can see right here, like the knife here is like the giant oversized knife is a part of representing like what Pyramid Head is to James. And Pyramid Head in itself is supposed to represent that who he kind of wants to be in that type of way, because James doesn't see himself as, you know, as a very like manly type of guy. So with that being said, like that's why, you know, you see Pyramid Head kind of carrying around like a very large, you know, sort of weapon like this. It's a kitchen knife, and he's kind of dressed like, in a way, he's kind of dressed like a butcher in that way too. You know what I mean? And it's you can see that in the design. And even furthermore, we can actually add on the fact that he's very muscular, right? Which adds on to that extra narrative. The other thing that you also can remember is in Silent Hill 2, when you can see what, you know, what Pyramid Head was doing to those mannequins, like those mannequin creatures. Like he had like with the legs, like what was he doing to that thing? You know, to those things, right? That in itself was a display of like what that means to him, right? Like to James, like that concept of what he was doing, you know, is also added to that, right? Like it's added to that narrative of like he doesn't feel like he's like fully like a man in that sense, right? So it ties into a lot of that stuff, you know what I'm saying, as well. And then obviously we can talk about like the shape of the pyramid, and like notice that like it kind of looks like it's over Pyramid Head's like head, right? Because it's, you know, there's like a lot of concepts. It's hard. I'm trying to give you guys like the easy to digest like kind of synopsis of it. It goes in deep. But yeah, like people even discuss like the shape of like the pyramid, like what does it kind of look like, and how like the neck kind of enters the pyramid itself. Sort of like what's on your mind is whatever this is shaped like, which, you know, I'm not gonna get into all of that. You kind of have to use your imagination. But it's kind of saying like, and also if you take into account what he was doing to those mannequins, it's sort of adding onto that narrative that like he didn't see his wife as like his wife anymore. He wanted his wife to be who Maria was, right? So, and he felt guilty that he didn't like love or appreciate his wife anymore, because he wanted her to be like that. But because she had gotten sick with, I think it was cancer, I forget, she got sicker and bald and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then of course he just feels like disgusted with her in a way, but then also feels guilty that he does. And then he killed her, I guess, you know what I'm saying? We can assume that. And then like Silent Hill kind of calls to him to kind of feel like, you know, to kind of face those things. He's kind of running away from that. hopefully that makes some goddamn sense. I really do hope that makes some goddamn sense. It's really hard to explain. I don't even know if I could put it on the channel because it's like it's so far off from what we talk about on the channel. I mean, it is Pyramid Head. I guess it's not a bad idea. You have a Ghostface costume? I do, yeah. Belief is evil things you don't want to do, they're evil in subtler ways. I have to read the rest later. All right, so let's get in. Oh boy, this is probably the worst map I could have gotten. So yeah, like it's you know, I don't like let me like anybody in here, bro. Let me know. Is that a video topic? Like, do we talk about like the alchemy elements? Do we talk about that kind of stuff? Like, what's the vibes for Pyramid Head on DVD? Like, does that technically count as a DVD content? Is that technically DVD content? Because it is, Pyramid Head is in DVD. Is that technically like considered DVD content? That's a passion project. It kind of is. It kind of is. Like, it's kind of tricky to discuss, I guess, because I kind of have to like kind of dust off a little bit of my knowledge of it. But yeah.